he said was the reason I was gay was like raped or something like that, even though I never was. And he said, is that right? You're so fucked up. I'm Eliza Bancroft. I'm a first year student studying secondary education, majoring in English and history.
Luckily, I've been fortunate enough to have a family and friends that are really supportive and open to it. But I think after me coming out, I've sort of become more at risk. If I walk down the street holding hands with my girlfriend, will somebody be aggressive towards me?
So Eliza was a really good friend of mine in high school. We were in the same friend group. I remember when she came out, it was really hard because a couple of students gave her a hard time, one student in particular, and it was really hard to stand by and watch her go through that.
I think it's one step to full equality for us. Hopefully this will cause other states to do the same thing and ban it, because at the moment it's just banning health practitioners, therapists, to not be able to do it. But hopefully this will lead us to ban even religious places. They can still do it without being charged. And not only that, it causes a lot of psychological problems to people who have to go through that, like depression, anxiety, suicide. That's total bullshit. It's especially with Morrison's religious discrimination bill. Obviously people are having concerns that if that passes, what will happen. It might give religious places the right to do conversion therapy or other horrible things. And it says Morrison, get a grip.
I'm 100% totally against conversion therapy. I think it's outdated. I don't agree with it at all. I think we should have a nationwide ban. I don't know why that's even a question. I think that should just be common sense. I mean, even my grandma, she used to be super conservative and she's raised in a very Anglican household. She goes to church every week, and then a few years ago she started seeing this gay hairdresser, and I think it sort of opened her up to the whole gay community, and now she's super accepting and she loves him and she talks about him all the time and how he makes her hair look amazing. And I think, even though she's 86, she could still have her opinion changed, so I think everyone could take a note of that.
Grade 12, I had a classmate who said some very sort of biphobic things towards me. One that stuck in my mind a lot was he asked me was the reason that me being gay, which I'm bisexual, but he assumed I was gay. He said was the reason I was gay was raped or something like that, even though I never was. And he said, is that right? You're so fucked up. So that stuck in my head a lot. But yeah, he said stuff like that majority of the time that we sort of interacted, and it was sort of hard to get away from that because he had the same friends as I did, and I didn't like being sort of alone, so I just thought if I stay with these people he might stop, but he never stopped. Since our government is the biggest power, if we let them know that we don't want something, then they might listen to us no matter how conservative our government might be, which they are. Either if that's by speaking out against it, or getting public figures to speak out against it, protesting, which isn't really encouraged given the current situation. But yeah, hopefully it'll lead on to more things that are harming us getting banned.